Those who are married, they know what I'm talking about. But maybe I'm going to remind you, if you have forgotten, I'm going to remind you. Marriage helps you to know who you are. Not anything else, not anywhere else in this world can help you know who you are. Nowhere. Not even committee maximum reason. Only marriage does. So he says that, hey, this is bone of my bones. Now, let me ask you a question. Okay, are you able to see your bones? Literal bones. Are you able to see them? But you can feel the bones. You can feel them, right? But you cannot see them. Now, are you able to see your flesh? Unless something has cut you, you cannot see your flesh because the flesh is covered by the skin. So when Adam says, this is bone of my bones, he is talking about the inner makeup. He simply said, oh, finally, here is somebody who will help me to see my bones, to see my inner structure, my makeup, my hidden me. Those of you who are married, let me ask you a question. Hello? The few years or many years you have been there, what you knew about him or her, are they the same ones they were that you knew? That's a simple question. Are they the same one? What happened? And sometimes you are up there on the mountain singing hallelujah choruses and the poems in language that only angels understand. No, even angels don't know. And there are times when you are in the valley groaning and mourning like what? The same person. You know, we say human beings are not like computers. You know, a computer has been set. There is a program that runs the computer. So when you click a particular letter, that letter comes to the screen. Marriage is not like that. You know, before you get married, you are visiting with this gentleman, and you sit, you sit at the table, and there is a blue fly. You know these blue flies. The blue flies normally have pink petticoats. Am I talking to people? you know, blue flies are nicely dressed. They have a petticoat that is pink inside. So, you know, the color is so nice. So, you know, you are seated there and you say, look at this fly. Now, you know, you are courting, you are dating. You say, look at this fly. The other partner will look at it and say, wow, what a wonder. The fly looks so nice. Now, you get married. And then one day he or she asks, look at this fly. Do you know how the answer will come? The answer will be, so are you suggesting it's me who has brought it? The language changes. The same thing, the same question, different results. Why? Because as you stay together, there is something that happens about this person. Now let me tell you, there is the outer person that you see and you know by name and you know where they come from. That person is not the inner person. You are not marrying the physical look. You are not marrying this body, this size, the figure that you know. No, you are not marrying the gap in the teeth. You are not marrying the dimples. You are not marrying the height. You are not marrying the size. You are not. There is a personality, a person beneath that size, beneath that height, there is a person. There is a person. And that person will come out. And when he or she comes out, he or she comes out in a very unexpected manner, that sometimes you have to stop and wonder whether this is the same person I got married to, or perhaps there has been a change of things. Marriage brings out the inner makeup of somebody. The bones and the flesh will come to the surface, you like it or not, only in marriage. Nowhere else. Not even before your parents. By the way, ladies who are here, if your husband had an issue with you, and you go tell his mother, his own mother, aliyebeba yeye 9 months, then you complain and you tell your mother, and you say, no mom, I don't understand, your son is just, he's so angry, he's so irritable, he's this and blah, blah, blah. You explain all those things. Do you know your mother-in-law will tell you, that is not my son? Did you know that? Your mother-in-law will tell you, that is not my son. In fact, she will wonder what has happened. In fact, she's likely to start blaming you for spoiling her son. The reality is, only marriage brings out the hidden human beings that cannot be seen, have never been seen by anybody else other than their spouse. So, it is only through the person of your spouse that you are able to see who you are, the inner makeup, the inner constitution of you as a person will only come to the surface when you are with your partner. Now, Mungu ni nani? He knows. He knows how to make you come out. That is why I can be a hypocrite before you. I cannot be a hypocrite before my wife. In fact, if my wife was here, I would be very careful. I will choose my words. I'm just happy that she is not here. Because I'll be very careful. Because after this, when we go and we meet, she will ask me tough questions. Why did you say this and you know this is what it is? I can't be a hypocrite before my wife. You cannot possibly be a hypocrite before your spouse. Is that true? Hello? Is this a fact? Marriage has a way of bringing the hidden things that people don't know. And this has nothing to do with, our experiences with others in our private rooms. No, this is just about you and your interactions with him and her. There is a way your hidden behaviors, your anger that your mother has never known will come out. That's where you hear, sometimes, I think in marriage there is a lot of childishness. You see, you refuse to talk to your spouse because you have an issue. You go on a talking strike for 1 week and you don't talk. But when you get out of the door, your doorstep, you have a border and you start talking. And then you meet mama where you buy vegetables and what, you talk to them. But when you come back again to the house, you live here. There's a lot of childishness that happens in marriage. That's when you discover you're such an unforgiving person. That's when you discover your rottenness, your bones, your impatience, your irritability. Only in marriage. It doesn't come out anywhere else in life. So marriage is a mystery because it is the only platform that affords you to understand who you are. You will never understand who you are outside marriage. Never. Not. So, Adam says, at last, this, because marriage, this person God has given to me is finally going to help me to understand who truly I am. Who I am. So when God was creating a male and a female, it was not just for procreation. He gave us the gadgets for use for procreation. But apart from those gadgets, there is something more about being a male and a female in a marriage relationship. It's about self-understanding, that your spouse becomes your inner constitution. Come out. It's through her, him and her. She or him becomes the mirror that helps you to see yourself on the inside, not on the outside. But even if she helps you to see yourself on the outside, that's okay. But it is on the inside.